Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome to my crochet story, where I share with you two things that I love, teaching and crochet. Today is all about my progress on my SHOLACK. But before I show you that, let me say thank you so much for all of you that are stopping by and leaving your little thumbprint for me that shows that you liked my video. And if you do, please consider sharing it out. I'm sure there are others that, excuse me, that are maybe as hesitant as I was about starting MOSIACS. And I got to tell you folks that I don't think that Michelle from Michelle's Mosaic and More could have chosen a better blanket for us to all start out working with MOSIACS. So anyway, please be sure and consider sharing out this little video and all my other mosaic videos on the SHOLACK that I have uploaded for you to see so far. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome in. I hope that you enjoy this video, and if you do, take just a moment to look at the other content that I have uploaded and see if there's more that you like. And if you do, hit that little subscribe button down there and then look for the bell with the little hugs on the side, so that it notifies you every time I upload any kind of content. So, my SHOLACK. Excuse me, I am very froggy, I guess you could say, this morning. I am now starting pattern 3. Now, as I told you in my Sunday chit-chat, I didn't get quite as far as I would have liked to because I've been trying to pack up to get ready to move to another location. So, with that said, I did get more accomplished than what I thought I was going to be able to get into last week. But let me show you the pattern that we're working on now. This is the pattern that we'll be developing over this next section. There are 18 rows, and I was able to get a third of them completed. Now, funny story about that. I don't know why, but it took me 2 whole afternoons and evenings to do 6 rows. And that's because I had to keep pulling out, recounting. I even had to go so far as to stitch mark 1 row and then back up 3 rows up to where that was because I couldn't find my mistake. And rather than ripping out all 3 rows, I just put a stitch marker in where I was working, and then I backed up, couldn't find the mistake there. And why I didn't find it on the row before, I don't know, because everything did seem to work out, but it wasn't working out on this row that I was working on. So I had to go back 1 more row, and bingo, there it was. 1 little tiny stitch after I came off of a multiple of double crochets that I missed. Now, like I said, why the next row worked out, I don't know. I don't know how I made it work out, but it did. But it sure did mess up the next one. So, I think my complication or the problems that I'm running into is because, as I've told you before, my prism color that's actually making the design, this one here, this is my second ball, folks. I just now started it on this pattern. Excuse me. It's because it is much thinner than the rosewood, cottonwood, excuse me, than the cottonwood here. See that? That's the 4-way. So it's very easy, if you're not paying attention, to skip one of those little tiny loops from the especially the single crochets, to skip one of those, and it throws everything else off. So anyway, I'll turn my camera here around in just a moment. Excuse me. I'll turn my camera around here just a moment to show you how she's developing. This next section, as you saw, is just a very simple pattern of some more trees. They're going to be bigger than the other ones that we've seen in the pattern. And so yeah, let me get the camera switched around and I'll show you where I'm at. Be back in just a minute. Alright, so here we are. Now, as I said, I've shown you all this progress. This is what the blanket had started out as. There's the very first pattern all completed. that took in all these big trees and then the little bitty trees here in the background and even some further ones, you know. So, and then section 2 took in this beautiful little border separation. I mean, and really this section here went a lot quicker than I thought it was going to, but boy was it a doozy keeping up with which row was the 3 double crochets and which row was the 3 single crochets, but it did all right. Now this here is the next section that I'm working on, and as you can see, you can start seeing the tree here that's starting up with this little outline here. So like I said, I didn't get as far as I wanted to, but I at least got 6 more rows down, folks, and that's all that matters, you know, just keeping moving forward. So again, as I've said before, I really do like the color combination that I chose. These are part of the color palette that I really like. I love the autumn colors and the winter colors, in fact, because I just love all the golds and the browns and the deeper blues and teals and things. So, but that's what she's looking like now. I cannot make any promises of being able to show much progress next week, because I mentioned in my Sunday chat we will be packing up Tuesday evening to head out Wednesday, and then it's going to take us a couple of days to get back to Texas. So I just don't know how much crochet time I'm going to have to get in, but if I get a chance to work on her some more, you know I'm going to share with you what it is that I've been able to move on up and put on this beautiful blanket. So I appreciate again you being here to share this journey with me. I tell you what, like I said, if you have not started a mosaic of any sort, whether it's a blanket, a pillow top, or just a little bitty square of some sort, don't put it off. I promise you, once you get into it, you will see that it's just basically working with 2 different color combinations. Now there are some out there that go a little further, you know, and maybe put in 3 or 4, but as long as you use stitch markers, I'm going to strongly suggest, folks, that once you know what your repeat pattern is for each row, use those stitch markers, because they really do help in making sure that you're getting correct number of counts and stitches, because I'm going to tell you, it's a lot easier to rip out this much than it is to rip out the whole row. So that's my tip, and I'm going to keep harping on it, believe you me. So anyway, like I said, if you've hesitated in the past about doing mosaics, please don't wait as long as I did, because there's many years I could have been doing this and just failed to jump off and get into it. Alright, I appreciate again your time. I love you all. I truly do, for spending your time with me here. So, as always, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know, could be your light that they are waiting desperately to see. Again, love you all. See you later. Bye.